Amazing. Okay, so we can start off literally just right here if you wanted to. And
You're the host, you're the guide, I'm your guest.
You heard that. I'm the host here. This is my guest, B-Rad, and you know who I am. I'm just Jake. So B-Rad is here in the studio, and I just want to talk to you about some of your life because you're so eccentric. You have so many hats. You have so many tattoos on your arm. You host a show. You've been through XYZ. We can get into that later, and you've found relief through maybe unconventional ways.
Yes, sir.
So where do we start?
Well, I'm going to dedicate this episode to my homeboy, Jesse Kopstein. He passed away last night, and I'm still here shooting this stuff because he would have been the man to have been like, don't you dare stop this for me. So this is dedicated to him, but I'm not really going to talk about him today just to keep myself from crying.
Right, and I even had to say, like, we can not do this. We can totally not do this right now, but you insisted, so we're here. And for your friend. And I just appreciate you. I love you so much, B-Rad.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming here to my studio. I've been to your studio over at KRDO and the Small Business Showcase.
But you haven't been to our office.
I haven't been to the office yet, so tell me about that.
He was invited to the grand opening, but he didn't show up.
We should kick him in the ass for that.
Yeah, you.
And then we'll make this other camera try to follow me. Kick in the ass right there, right? So we can glance over there. We can glance over here. Yeah, we have several cameras going. There's even, another one right over here. But where did B-Rad go? So we're going to switch over here back to this camera and pretty much ride with these two as we just sit, talk, roll around. And the first thing we're talking about is the grand opening of Small Business Showcase office. And where is that? And tell me why.
It's on the corner of Union Academy. I live in Pueblo, so one, I needed something to make me look more professional, and two, if I needed to, I've already done it, working late, crashed at the office kind of thing. And trust me, there's a difference of having an office in your home versus having an actual office, because I'm getting more work done.
Yes, and I keep going out there to feed my dog or do this, or then I get stuck in here and then I'm not feeding my dog and doing this. I'm like, thank God for my partner to step in at times. But I'm glad you have this second space here in the Springs between home and Pueblo and all the stuff you're doing with the Small Business Showcase. That in and of itself is enough to make one person fulfilled and borderline go crazy.
I'm already crazy, so I didn't have to worry about going there.
You always have a passport to Crazyville. I'm there too. I'm a resident, permanent resident of Crazyville. So talking about the studio though, why did you feel the need to bring another space from KRDO? So you already have the space over at KRDO.
But I could only do the show that one time there. That's it.
Right. And what I've noticed...
I paid to be on that show. I paid $2,000 a month to have that show.
Right. So you're more or less a guest in that space, but at the same time, I've seen all of the 4 local TV stations here. They have the tiniest space. So even if you wanted to shack up there, where would you? We both have been there. We both know, and any local journalists that have worked at multiple stations in this same market will tell you there's a size difference.
Giggity.
I love this. Live broadcasting too.
Well, if you would have came to the grand opening, you would have seen the sneak peek of something that a building that is not public knowledge.
Ooh, sneak peek, something new. Okay, tell me more. I gotta frame myself over here.
I'm building something for the community, and I'm not ready for the announcement yet. But all you get is a teaser that something is being built.
Why you have to tease? You tease.
Because I even told him to come and check it out, and he didn't show up.
But I have been filled in with a little bit of details. I can't say anything either, but I'm excited. I can say that. Based off the little bit that you've given me. And a little birdie named Scotty has filled me in just a tiny bit. Because he said he couldn't say anything either.
Scotty he gets excited, and so
he got me excited too.
Scotty, it's somewhat out, but not fully. Giggity.
Giggity.
But, it's just building a whole empire, having what I have with KRDO, having what we have a Syndicate Empire, and now with this, it's building a whole big empire.
I have an idea. We want to break this down to make it simple, and we'll start with SBS because the Small Business Showcase, like we said, is a whole lot, and we'll make it clear to people more of the several hats that you have after this game that I want to play right now with you, and it's called Pick Your Favorite Skyrim Wallpaper.
Pick my favorite Skyrim wallpaper. I told you to pick it.
Yes, I know. So since you told me to pick it, there we go. I'm on the camera right here. Maybe there's a little enough headroom. I gotta go like that.
Which one do you like the most? Then I'll tell you which one.
Oh my gosh! Let me make them bigger.
Giggity.
Giggity. Okay, so now that we're looking at these, I immediately go to the one on the bottom. Giggity. This one, because of the colors and the rainbow.
That's the exact same one that I was going to choose.
Oh my gosh!
Including the fact that it has the Skyrim on it too.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So if my math
like bottoms were being bottoms at times.
Yes, there we go. So this is beautiful. I love that. We have that on the screen with us. So now that we've picked our very favorite one, we can dive it more into the Small Business Showcase. And this is live broadcasting, friends. This is why this is a little bit clunky as I switch from camera to camera and then from over here to then over here. But I think we're with it. And I think things are going. Oh, there we go. I just have to click one button. That's all I had to do. I was struggling so hard. Okay, why did you pick, when you said I want to load something in the monitor, you picked Skyrim. So tell me why you picked Skyrim.
Because Skyrim's the last game that was made that was good. No game has been made. They've tried to make other games like it, and nothing beats the story, the graphics, the free play with it. It's just its own magic. And it's any Elder Scroll game, but just like the Skyrim tattoo, it's two different shades of purple. We know you can't tell, one for Stormcloaks and one for Empire, and I go for the Stormcloaks because it's the Empire that said off with his head, even though I wasn't on the list. And when you choose the Stormcloak side, when you're in the beginning, you get to kill that captain. FYI.
Oh, okay, so you get to show him who's boss.
Yep. And then when you do Dark Brotherhood, you kill the Emperor. But if you choose the Empire side, you have to wipe out the Dark Brotherhood.
Can I take a picture so we can show up on the broadcast maybe somehow? Oh, there we go. Okay, so we're going to use that one. And then this is like how we did it in the old days. Can you roll on monitor iPad? Yeah, just kidding. There was no iPads. But you can see a closer view of B-Rad's cool tattoo, of his rad tattoo right there.
One of many.
One of many. But it has to be below the waist, right?
That's why there's that.
And I love it. It cuts you off.
Yep.
It knew. Hello, camera over here.
There we go.
There we go.
It's tiny, giggity.
It's tiny, giggity. I love it.
I got that circle tattoo because Randy Pendleton from Pendleton Heating and Cooling decided to send me a letter right around my birthday, and I thought, oh, she's sending me a birthday card, and I opened it up, and it's a picture of her with a shit-eating grin. It says, gotcha, and her doing that. So I got the tattoo as revenge. I got it on Fremont Street in Las Vegas.
Oh, that's the perfect place to get it. Yeah.
So $20 tattoo.
I keep talking over to this microphone like I need it. I'm pulling up the veil here because people want to see the real thing.
You're just used to the mics.
I know, right?
It's the same mic we use on SBS.
Exactly. I love it. And so you can listen to the SBS and breaking down what SBS is finally. Break it down like I am in 5th grade, please, because
Small Business Showcase is a paid platform that we showcase you an 8 to 10 minute interview on who you are, what you do, why you do what you do. So people can get to know you on a personal level.
So if this was like a business card and it was a video, or a broadcast, this is what it is. You can go broadcast yourself on your business here locally. That's the catch, right? Are you going to be doing heating and cooling in Tampa Bay, Florida?
Maybe if I move there. Maybe if I expand it.
Yeah.
There's only one B-Rad.
There's only one B-Rad.
Do you remember how B-Rad came about?
Tell me, because this B-Rad is in
remember?
Colorado Springs, by the way.
You don't remember?
Tell me.
Well, you gotta admit you don't remember if I'm gonna tell you.
I'm trying to be a good host and let him tell me. I remember
But I told
vaguely.
you right. So tell me what you remember.
Because you didn't want to go by anything that wasn't you, but at the same time you needed to go by something that was different. And someone
Epic
told
fail.
you, no, epic fail. Someone told you that you should go by B-Rad, and
Nope.
someone suggested it.
Nope.
No,
You
I'm
know,
so wrong.
You are wrong on every aspect of that. When I was starting, I was like, Brad don't sound right on the radio. Bradley don't sound right on the radio. Eugene, which is my middle name, sounds too old. And Vogelman, who the hell is going to remember that on the radio? Well, have you ever seen Malibu's Most Wanted?
Oh, this is where it's coming back full circle. I'm starting to remember.
Back in 03 when that movie came out, such a stupid movie, but everyone called me B-Rad V from the Boo because it's B-Rad G from the Boo. Oh, I hated it, but I decided, what if I go by B-Rad? So I went to KRDO and said, I think I'm going to go by B-Rad, and they loved it. And I went to a networking group and put B-Rad on my name tag, and people loved it. People were curious, and I'm like, okay, and then it just kind of became part of the brand. So, and if you watch the movie, even though it's a stupid movie, it is about being yourself. So that's why you remember those bits and pieces.
I love it. It came full circle. B-Rad. There's a lot more to B-Rad under the surface, and I love that we can breathe in this American oxygen and experience real Americans. And someone like you that wears a lot of hats, I think, is a genius. And I'm not going to say that lightly. I think you really are, friend, because you do all these hats and you're pushing through a lot. And so talking about the a lot, you found some relief in that, in an unconventional, maybe, way. Can we talk about that for a second?
What do you mean?
It's one simple letter I have, and it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H,
But I
I,
told you
J,
a certain
K.
question you have to ask, a certain part of the story if you wanted to break into that.
Oh, thank you. I need to pull out my phone so I get
But
it
I also
right.
said let's save that for last, so are we head towards the end of the show?
Towards the end of the show. So you just got teased.
That's how excited he is to hear about this.
I am. So for I just have so much fun. That's the sound effects, the Foley.
Wah, wah, wah.
Sweet. So we have about 15 minutes, I think, of content. It would take a commercial break, and then there was another one where we cut earlier. So that's like the 2 segments. So then we did a game. We teased going deeper. I need to put him in his room so he doesn't
So
keep
why don't we
trying to
take a
come in
commercial
here.
break?
Take a commercial break, and we'll be back in however the fuck long we decide, because we're not held to the conventional standards of legacy media here. So, veil pulled. We'll be right back. Oh, that's the wrong thank you. Here's the thank you I wanted to give you. And mic 3 is on good. Make sure we don't have any tech issues as we come back here. Okay, let's go to this one. And I'll open up and then switch to you. So, welcome back, and we are here with my friend B-Rad in the studio. Thanks again for coming by.
Yep. B-Rad V from Indiana.
From the Indianas, and he's all the way here in Colorado Springs and Pueblo 2 times at once. I don't know how you're in all these places at once. Point is, dude wears a lot of hats, and one of the things that we wanted to talk about was a little letter of the alphabet that begins with K, and that is ketamine treatment. And it is what I was referring earlier in the show as something that might be a little unconventional because it's newer, and there's someone that has experienced this, and he's right here. So starting with, I know when you started taking this back in February, who turned you on to this?
So I'm going to hold off on your question and start at the beginning of where all this happened.
Okay, yeah, because we need some context. So let's step back. Because I already know, I assume everybody knows this. Let's step back and give some context.
So 2 years ago, June of 2024, I was drinking with an ex, and I told the ex that I wanted to get on a motorcycle and ride on a motorcycle and experience, like I rode on the back, but I wanted to experience riding one myself, to even on a closed course, just at like a school, someplace where I can experience that, what they say of the freedom, because my dad died when I was 7 on a motorcycle. Well, he said that it was a stupid idea, and if I wanted to do it, that means I just want to go kill myself, and started talking a bunch of shit, which I don't know what, because I had been suicide free since 2013, but it triggered the suicide in me. So I take off, and I take off with a pint full of Jim Beam apple and a little bit left of Jim Beam apple in the other pint. And I'm chugging it, and I'm speeding. I for some reason decided to head to Rand Park Road and went to the park. So I left my house downtown. Don't remember how I got to Cascade, but I know by the time I was on Cascade going 90 miles an hour, drinking that Jim Beam, praying to crash the car and die. And I didn't crash. I made it to the park. My drunk ass stopped at McDonald's and got me some McDonald's, and then drove up the mountain, and I left my mom a goodbye voicemail, let her know that I was ending it, and then was talking to my friend Sabrina. She kept on with me and kept me on the phone, and I finished off that one bottle, so I crack open the second bottle, and I have it sitting in between my lap like this, and it's like a ghost grabbed it and flipped it, and it went like that. So it's still between my legs, but just jumped all over the fucking floor. Which Sabrina heard me go, God damn it, son of a bitch, and I hung up on her. And I pick up my fountain pop of Coke that I got from McDonald's, and I threw it on the side dash, and it exploded and went everywhere. Which pissed me off even more.
No, fuel
And I'm
fire.
like, fuck, I'm not drunk enough to do this. Because I wanted to end myself. I was getting myself in the mountains. And I'm like, well, fuck, now I want to go get more alcohol. And I thought, I can't. This bottle just dumped all over the fucking floor. It smells like fucking alcohol. I'm not going to go to prison. So I get mad, and I get in the back of the car, and I'm deciding on what to do. And I told myself, well, I'm either going to come down this mountain a different man, or I'm ending it. And I'm assuming I passed the fuck out, because I don't remember what happened after that. But I woke up to a phone call at 5 in the morning from my mom. And I answered the phone. And the sound of relief of her hearing that I answered and was still alive. But we always had a bad relationship, and it actually made our relationship better because I was still drunk. And I told her, you can't pick and choose when to be a mom. You're either going to be a fucking mom to the day one of us dies, or get the fuck out of my life. And I said I chose not to die, and I said I'm choosing to come down a different man, but this relationship is not going to stay the way it is. And she's choosing to be a mom again.
Wow.
And so I came down, and
I'm glad you chose to be here still, dude.
I had remembered while I was speeding on Cascade, I remembered as I was coming down the mountain that the ex had called, and I had told him that I'll be back before you go to work. So I'm like, oh shit, I kind of have to go back now. And of course he was all excited to see I showed the fuck back up. I said, well, I told you I'd be back before you went to work, so made a promise I didn't even remember making, but still kept it. Well, then we split July of 24, and he kept accusing me of going to out him, so I outed myself and came out of the closet. It became the best decision I ever made, because now I'm truly me. And you know what the funny thing is? No one gave a shit. No one gave a shit.
Same though, same. They were like, okay, what do you want for breakfast?
Like, okay, cool. And
Blessed.
the only people that do care are the ones that are in the closet, and they secretly want you anyways. So, like, I've had one dude say, man, I don't care for the gay dudes that are out in your face. He's like, you're one of the cool ones. He's like, I could joke around with you and shit. And so people, like, he has a guitar pick necklace, and someone gave him a dick guitar pick. So we did a joke on a group chat that he gave me a dick pic for $20.
Only $20?
Yeah, and people thought, oh man, this dude's a hustler, and man, Brad's really that gay. But I didn't see it. He's the straightest dude out there. But the joke is, I saw his dick pic for $20.
The whole pic, and nothing but the pic.
So I have a sponsor with small business showcase called Around the Block Healthcare. And they were not my primary doctor or anything.
And so this is more to today, because we were talking back, what year was that, 2024?
Yep.
And so now, 2 years later.
Yep, so me and the ex got back together, and then we split at the beginning of 25, which is when me and you met and saw the just down me.
And I liked you. I like you then. I like you now. I like you everything in between.
You didn't stick with the showcase. You walked away because you got annoyed at me.
A little bit.
You got annoyed and pissed off at me, so you left the showcase.
And I was overwhelmed too. So I just knew I had to protect everybody and everything by.
But you leaving allowed me to bring Jesse on the show, and the pictures I posted online were the pictures like when that was, and so I was able to give him put a smile on his face I'd never seen before because you left. So
it's a blessing in disguise, yes. And we're sitting here now, and so it's like full circle, right? But I did notice
seeing each other since you left the showcase too. Well, on top of it,
literally. But we're talking about how like at that time you weren't at your best. At that time I wasn't at my best. So maybe it was just familiar. That's why we clicked so well right off the bat. But I do notice from 2025 when we first met to today, almost a different B-Rad.
Let's just say was going to the showcase, going to network meetings, and going home and crying on my couch. I got this tattoo, so fuck the love myself. So I started working on myself, and just pushing myself through it, just like what I'm doing now, pushing myself through it. And when we met, that was really March, so that was the beginning of it all because we stopped talking and stuff in February. So you literally caught right at the tail end of it, or the beginning of it. And I was doing that helped me get through it, and I did a lot of times in the summer of 25. Thanks to they were able to give me the strands I need to get through my head. But it makes me sick. I get sick from it, and then sometimes with 9 hours, I can't afford 9 hours anymore being a business owner. Like, shit.
That's a commitment.
Yep. So I had a meeting with Around the Block Healthcare, and they were wanting to push ketamine, and we were talking about it, and they knew at that time that I hated doctors. I know that they give you pills and stuff like that. So I've been doing everything naturally. And Ashley, the one who works with me, I work with her and Michael's wife, Jane. She goes, would you want to try ketamine? And I'm like, what is it? And it's like, it's a hallucinogenic drug that is monitored. She goes, it's like doing shrooms and acid. We're going to work on getting you dissociated, and you get into your mind, and it fixes the neural patterns so you can process the trauma that's not processed in your head. Wow. And I'm like, screw it, I'll try it. It's covered by Medicaid insurance, so insurance takes care of it. And I noticed, even after the first treatment, something, and I went 20 days between beginning of February, like March time frame, February, March, where I took 20 days off of it, and I felt the difference of what it's doing because you have to go through the actual process of it.
But right off the bat, you already noticed, was it like a speck of, oh, this is going to help, or was
After
it like,
the first session, I finally accepted that I was proud of myself for what I've done in my life, and I started actually loving me more.
I'm proud of you.
From the first session only. Session 2, I realized I had my abandonment issues came from my grandpa's death at 9, because my dad dying at 7, my grandpa dying at 9, that's not enough time frame for a little kid. And my little kid me told me, hey, if anyone gets close to me, all they're going to do is die. So that's where my abandonment issues came into play. Which affects a lot of things where I realize even in relationships, I'd be like, tell me when you got there safe. Let me know if you're okay.
Yeah. How many years later does that still affect you when it was 7 and 9 years old?
37 this year.
It doesn't just go away.
And literally, it's because with my dad, it was, hey, goodbye, and then he takes off with his bike and he's gone. And my grandpa, I told him, I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night. He was gone. I talked to Jesse 2 days ago and told him, hey, love you, bro. We'll talk soon. And no, you people can be gone like that. So
just like that. My friend Mecca said there's a clock on everyone's shoulder and you don't know when their alarm is about to go, but everybody's got an alarm and it's going to
was 3 years younger than me. Too many young don't grow old.
And so I already know how big of an impact this has on you over time now. How long has it been since you started the ketamine therapy to right now in this moment that we're
3 months.
3 months.
Counting the 20 days off.
So now that you've noticed like the first initial help, tell me more about like the long-term things you've been noticing.
I'm sleeping better. I'm actually going to sleep. I'm staying asleep. I don't have, my leg still jumps at times, but it don't jump as much.
Mine does all the time. Watch some of my silly news. It's just like, bleh.
I'm not thinking that I'm a failure as much in my head. I am not questioning myself as much. I still got anxiety, like, oh shit, is this going to work out? Am I doing the right thing? I still got that.
Does it stick with you?
Not as much.
It doesn't take over your whole day?
Not the whole day, but especially in mornings. Mornings is the hardest.
Wow.
And then I just get myself up and going.
I'm so happy this is working for you because like I said, I noticed a solid baseline. I notice I'm feeling better too with whatever therapy I'm doing. That's a can of worms that we're not talking about right now. But I'm just so glad that we're both in better places, and I'm going to be meeting with my psychiatrist literally, I told you, here in the next 45 minutes now. It's 12:07 and that appointment's at 1. So before we run out of time, right?
Right.
Literally, I'm going to ask my psych though about ketamine treatment. She's mentioned to me MDMA. She's mentioned to me psilocybin before. And the same exact things that you're saying about how it's reconnecting neural pathways.
You can actually around the
crazy.
clock do the ketamine and not have a therapist and just go through it in your head. So I have one where I go through my head and listen to Wardruna, and the other one I work with a therapist, and that's by choice.
And having that harmony of the both kind of creates that.
With the therapist, they're able to talk with me in my subconscious, and one of the things I'm currently dealing with, and it's why I realize that even though I'm out, I still struggle with going up to a dude and be like, hey, I think you're good looking, I want to talk to you. Or even if I know that they're gay, never know if I actually have a thing for them or not because I'm too afraid to talk to them.
Same. It's like that spark, but
it's because the young me is pissed at me right now because I always got made fun of and being called gay, and it's like, why the fuck are you letting them be right? So that's what I'm currently struggling with. We also realize that I have imposter syndrome because I sit there in my mind and think that I shouldn't be this successful, and I hate myself on things and think I shouldn't get money. And
like you feel guilty?
Mm-hmm.
See, that's not fair to someone that works as hard as you.
That's what I feel.
Good of a person as I think you are.
And that's where I'm currently working on with the therapy and the block therapy right now.
And so the therapy plus the medicine and the two working together creates that serendipity.
Because I could go in my mind like I do in acid and stuff, and then I'll blurt out stuff, they'll write it down, and then in the therapy, while I'm doing the actual therapy, I'm still on ketamine again, but I'm able to focus with the therapist and talk about this stuff even more.
And so that doesn't all happen overnight. But like you said, right off the bat, you noticed you felt better and you felt good about it. And 3 months later, now you're sleeping better, you're feeling better, you're doing the things.
First couple of treatments.
So going up to a guy now, it's still, I mean, going up to a microphone or a camera makes me nervous 15 years into broadcasting, but it doesn't stop me.
I just don't even pay attention. That's why you see half the time I'm not looking at the camera.
You're not stopping yourself anymore now. It sounds like B-Rad is doing what the fuck he wants.
Finally, after almost 40 years.
Well, there you go. And with that, I mean, we're about out of time. And you know how quickly these things go by and how, time flies when you're having fun, even talking about ketamine to suicide to your studios to your favorite Skyrim wallpaper, all in one conversation. I think this is what America really looks like.
Except the gas prices, we need that to go down.
Please! For the love of God. It's like, what, $5 a gallon?
Yeah.
I can't handle it. I can't.
Stupid.
It's so stupid. Well, thank you all for being here. And with that, we bid you a good day, good night, and good luck. Is there anything else you want to say?
Tune in every Saturday at KRDO 105.5 FM or showcase-sb.com for past episodes of the Small Business Showcase. It airs Saturday 10 to 11. And the old episodes are on there, so you can still hear him on the show, too.
Yay! You can hear me! I'm so glad you didn't take me down.
I did take someone down there.
Oh, well, they deserved it.